The garage light flickered once, then it stayed on. And everything I knew, everything I believed, died in that cold, humming silence. There, between the spare winter tires and the rusting golf clubs, was a red suitcase. My suitcase. I hadn't seen it in months. It was supposed to be at my sister's. I gave it to her after our trip to Tahoe. But here it was, unzipped, gaping open like a mouth mid-scream. Inside, my silk dress, the one I wore to the firm's Christmas party, the perfume I thought I'd lost, and a pair of panties that weren't mine. Taped to the mirror behind it all, crooked and smudged with a fingerprint that wasn't mine, was a photo, a selfie, of him and her in our bed. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just shut the garage door. 2 years earlier. When I met Nathan, he smelled like clean soap and ambition. He made promises like they were breathing. Marriage, real estate, family. A power couple, he'd said, fingers brushing mine across candlelight. I fell in love with his certainty. He always made things look easy. Charm the boss, close the deal, make you forget the sharpness in his smile. But I believed in him. I trusted him with my body, my name, my future. God, I was naive. 3. The first crack. The change was slow. A phone always face down. Late-night calls with his assistant. A new cologne that wasn't mine. I told myself it was stress, that he'd pull back, that we would come back. Then the messages started. No name, no number, just cold truth typed in lowercase. He's not who you think he is. Check your bank accounts. Watch who he texts when you sleep. I ignored the first 5. I wish I hadn't. 4. The warning. My brother's wedding was supposed to be perfect. A weekend escape. A clean slate. Then the final message came, just hours before I was supposed to give my toast. Don't go. Check your husband's garage. 7 words. That's all it took. I left my dress hanging on the closet door. I got in the car, and I drove. What I found there wasn't just betrayal. It was proof. Proof that my husband wasn't just cheating. He was planning to leave. The suitcase was for me. He was going to make it look like I had disappeared. A vanishing wife. A grieving husband. A perfect cover. But he didn't know I'd get the message. He didn't know I'd find the burner phone he left in the glove box. He didn't know who he married. 5. The shift. I didn't confront him, not yet. I smiled. I kissed him. I went to the wedding. I even made the toast. But that night, while he slept, I downloaded every file from his laptop. Photos, financials, voice memos. He had a folder named Exit Plan. He was draining my inheritance, taking out loans in my name, and planning a trip to Belize with her. He'd already forged my signature, twice. I didn't cry. I didn't shake. I called my lawyer. I called my bank. I started the clock. 6. The plan. First, I froze the accounts. Second, I changed the locks. Third, I scheduled a courier to deliver the divorce papers right before his flight. But the masterpiece was the last part. I printed the photo, the one in our bed. I mailed it to her husband. I made sure it arrived the day before their flight. I even used express delivery. Signed. Then I waited. 7. The confrontation. He came home to an empty house. No lights, no music, no wife. Just a note on the kitchen counter. You should have locked the garage. Then came the calls, the voicemails, the begging. I didn't answer. Not until he stood at my door, disheveled, desperate, undone. Why? He asked, and I smiled. You were going to erase me, I said. I just got there first. Then I shut the door. 8. The payoff. He's broke now. She left him. Her husband sued. The IRS is investigating the offshore accounts I reported. And Nathan? He's sleeping on his brother's couch. I kept the house, the name, the future. He made one mistake. He underestimated the woman he married. And now, every time he looks back, every time he wonders how it all slipped through his hands, he'll remember one thing: the sound of the garage door closing.